Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Maquette, and welcome back to our World of Darkness, where this is going to be the last episode of our Celerity powers for the time being, since we're just going through what's in the core book right now. The level-by-level Celerity playlist has gone by so quickly. Some of these videos have been under 3 minutes, and I don't know if it's just because it's Celerity and that's just happening, or if this discipline just really doesn't need that much explanation. It's such a simplistic way of looking at Celerity. And it really is just simplistic, where in the other systems it seems simple, but there are actually so many multiple complications that made Celerity just not worth having sometimes, in my opinion. Tonight we're going to be looking at Split Second, which is a level 5 Celerity power, and the book states, the speed at which the vampire moves catches up with their supernatural perception, allowing them to react to events around them at a moment's notice. Ambushers find their prey already standing behind them, and favors asked are completed before the words leave the supplicant's mouth. This is looking at major superhuman speed here, and at first, when I was reading through this, I really didn't get it. Like, the description is amazing, but how exactly can this be done? And the funny part is, we were reading this, and this is, I was reading this with a friend of mine who happens to also be possibly joining our game, hopefully. Hopefully we'll see Nick join our game. But they were my storyteller originally. They were my original storyteller. And going over powers with them brings back a level of nostalgia for me. And they're considering a character who has Celerity. So being able to talk to them about this really did bring some feelings back when it came to Vampire the Masquerade. And this power in general was just something that made us go, whoa, what? Because it is, in a storyteller, could actually lead to some major issues. But I don't see them being bad. I see them being the storyteller needing to think on their feet. The cost for this discipline is 1 rouse check, which when I read the description of how the system works, it's really just like, what? Are you serious? Because of the effects that it has. And the system does state the player can supersede the storyteller's narration of events within reason. They can choose to have their character move through a door before it closes, circumvent an ambush after it has been triggered, roll out of the way of an explosion, and so forth. The actions taken must be reasonable and should not take more than a few seconds in real time. The storyteller decides what skills, if any, need to be checked to successfully accomplish the action begun using this power. You can completely, within reason, of course, react to what the storyteller says before the events happen. This is alacrity to a whole new level, to the point where you just aren't in the room anymore if something is going to happen that you don't want to be there for. The duration is roughly 1 action, as determined by the storyteller. I really do think that this power is probably one of the things that does make Celerity godlike in a fashion. And it needs to be respected, not just by the players who have it, but by the storytellers who have to run for it. Because this is one of those things where you do need to take into consideration what's going to be better. What the player is asking for, or what the story is trying to accomplish. What do you guys think about Split Second? Is it overpowered? Is it underpowered? I think that really depends on the circumstances and the responsibility of the players and the storyteller in question. I am Voivode Maquette. This is our World of Darkness, and this is the end of the standard core book Celerity. I'm sure we're going to come across more sooner or later, and we're going to add more to this playlist. But for now, this is it. I am Voivode Maquette. This is our World of Darkness, and this has been level by level Celerity. Class dismissed.